Thank you very much.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'm Elder Professor Joseph Otubu. I'm the general evangelist of this church, Eternal Glory Church, Cherubim and Seraphim.
What can you tell us what is going on today?
What we've done today is that we're presenting quite a lot of items. First of all, we have a CD which we have presented today, which contains the original choruses of the founder of Cherubim and Seraphim worldwide. Most of these choruses currently don't get sung in the churches because of change in attitude and different songs and so on. But these here represent original songs from the founder of this holy order in 1930, 2530. These were the choruses that were sung, and we've just resurrected those choruses and put them into a CD. We put them, both choruses on one side and some songs on the other side. I think it's unique. This is why I'm making this public presentation. Yes. And then, yes, go on. And then we presented a calendar for the church, the 2020 calendar. And here again, the 2020 calendar celebrates the founder of the Holy Order. It puts in the founder of the Holy Order as the first person. And then we all address Dr. J.I.M. Otubu, was widely known in this country and associated with CNS churches. In fact, many years back, people who didn't know the founder of the church always thought that the church was founded by Dr. J.I.M. Otubu. And today we celebrate him in this album because he lived and died for CNS Church. And then, of course, we have also unveiled a new video camera and video and all sorts of equipments for the media team. We set up a media team and we have an excellent camera. And as you can see, those of you who are quite used to it, you see what we've done there. We put a lot of money into that equipment, and they equipped a lot of things. And you will find even our lighting in the church. We've changed our lighting, so we can almost, if we were to start a television station, we can almost do transmission within this church. So this is what we have done today.
As a leader, sir,
yes.
Which message did you want to give Nigeria?
I think the message is this, that we must try and do a new thing, do some new things. And let me tell you, as I was saying at the sermon, we are doing new things here because CNS churches must do new things. And we must allow the young ones to open up the church. You even know that the church is called White Garment Church. It's a derogatory name for the church, but not for this type of church, because the young ones are busting out and doing new things. I also ask people to do a new thing in their life. Let's even do a new thing in our country. What is wrong in a country if we've done the same thing and we've gotten the same result? Why don't we try something new? Even elections. Why is it that we cannot get one clean election in this country? We have a lot of intelligent people. We have a lot of very brilliant people. You go outside this country, Nigerians are making waves, and they cannot make wave in their own country. Why? So I am saying to this, let us also do some new things. Most people will say, if you've been doing the same thing for the past 20, 30 years, and the results are the trouble, you know yourself, it's always trouble. You do an election, this one says, I disagree, I don't want the election. So is there no way we can do a new thing that is trouble-free, that is stress-free, than sleep? Only to watch television and say, this man won, and we congratulate him. But you can't even go to sleep now.
So, sir, what's your message to Nigeria and our leaders?
I think to our leaders it's very simple. Please allow some new ideas. Let's look at some new ideas. give some young people. Unfortunately, there are some young people too who are doing very badly in this country. Some young people are doing very badly too, just because they are doing what they were taught by those bad old people. So why don't we get some fresh ideas? Why don't we get some fresh people? Instead of getting these people who are like followers of the old ideas. Nigeria needs peace, very much so. The only way, let all of us agree to find a common ground for peace in this country. No country develops without peace. No country develops without peace. We should be striving for peace. And I urge Christian leaders, preach from your pulpit against corruption. I challenge people to preach against corruption from their pulpits. That is the only way you can get it. Because the people who are sitting in front of you, in front pew, are the people who make policies, are the people who run the place. Openly preach corruption in the churches from the pulpit, then preach peace. Because if you can preach corruption from the pulpit, then you can preach your peace thereafter. But people must change. This country must bring up people and celebrate hard work. Celebrate hard work. People must celebrate hard work. You don't, a country where you have somebody who has been working for 50 years as a civil servant, he has no house. He has none. He has a car that he has been driving for 25 years, going to mechanics every time. Nobody celebrates him. But the young man who comes with wealth that is unaccounted for, is celebrated. People clap for him, people run after him. What sort of country is this? My plea, yes, we want peace. But please let us try and get to celebrate hard work. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
It's Eitemi Sarah Otubu Igbe.
What's actually happening here today?
Well, we had several presentations. Some unveiling of the new CD by the church choir, Glorious Choir, called EA. We also have a 2020 calendar of the church, with the cover of Moses Orimolade Tonlashe, the founder of CNS. We had a new laptop for the church, high-tech laptop, and then we have video and camera, so the church would not have to be renting out anymore.
With what you have seen so far today,
Yes.
what would you say you are impressed with?
I'm very impressed because, especially by the CD, because a lot of the songs that were being sung, which are songs that are on the CD, they've kind of faded away from the CNS churches. Those were really, I grew up in the church, so those were songs I was familiar with. Now there's nothing wrong with doing new things, but it was just good to also hear some of those old songs, and took me all the way back to when we were young in the CNS churches. So it was good. Correct.
Do you feel as a church we're supposed to do anything?
Yes, I really do. As a Christian myself, I live every day looking for God to use me to do new things. God is always moving. That's what he says in Isaiah 43. He says, look, I'm doing the new things, forget the former things. We can't continue to do things the same way all the time and expect a different outcome. It's just not possible. So, you have to, I wake up in the morning anticipating, okay, what's God going to do today? It can't be the same as yesterday, because I went to bed and sometimes maybe all of my goals were not met. so I'm expecting something new. I really believe that because that's what the Bible says. He says he's doing a new thing, and if he didn't, if he wasn't going to do a new thing, one, he wouldn't write it down. And two, like I said, Habakkuk 2:4, when he says to write it down and make it plain that the herald is somebody who's coming in the future. So they're going to come and they're going to do it differently. The way I do things today is not the way my father did it when he was alive, and it's certainly not the same way my children are doing it or going to do it. So I really believe that, yes.
What's your message to Nigeria?
I don't live here, so, but I would say that I have seen progress. There's some progress, there's some regression, I'm sad to say, but things are not the same as they were when we were younger. You can tell, I know that for a fact. Some good and some bad. The progress has been good, but there's room for better. So I think if the country as a whole would take on that, something new, I think we could go further. We really could go further. Something new. I'm a nurse by profession, so just even in the healthcare, you do something new. If we did something new, people would not have to leave Nigeria to go out of Nigeria for healthcare, because you wouldn't be doing it the same way that they used to. So I really do believe in that message, something new every time. As a nation, we have room for something new, because what we've been doing hasn't worked. So if people continue to go out, like the president said when he first came in power, I don't know if it was him, like I said, I don't live here, so don't quote me wrong, but one of the presidents said they would not approve Nigerians going outside of the country for healthcare. Now, if they kept to that, that would have to force the healthcare sector to change. And change means something new, because what we were doing before is not working, so now they're going to have to be forced to do something new. So I think, yes, something new is definitely a message for Nigeria as a whole. Yeah.
Sorry, I'll come and collect